Hi, welcome back. This is our next episode in our Gardening with CowPots series. My name is Bart Hayes. I'm the National Sales Manager for CowPots. In this episode, we're going to talk a little bit about weed control. A weed is really just a plant out of place. It needs just as many nutrients as your regular plants. They grow just as vigorously, if not more vigorously. It's just a matter of preference. One man's weed is another man's ornamental or vegetable. There's a lot of different options out there. We'll talk about a little bit of both, organic options versus traditional options. Basically, you have to weed. Weeds will take away fertility from your plants that you want to grow. They will provide shade. They can also provide refuge for pests and disease. So you really want to stay in control of weeds, specifically before they become a problem. Here we have two of our more traditional or conventional weed control options. Chemicals are a quick, easy way to control weeds, but you still have to use them properly. Here we have a post-emergent herbicide. This is for killing weeds that are already up, and here we have a pre-emergent granular herbicide, which you would scatter on the ground and then water. It creates sort of a chemical shield on the surface of the soil that prevents weeds from germinating. But if you're looking for a more organic route or less chemically intensive route, using newspaper or weed barrier is a great way to prevent weeds from coming up. If you use newsprint, use non-colored stuff, not the glossy advertisement sections, but the regular newsprint, about 3 or 4 layers thick. It'll break down in maybe 6 to 8 weeks, and then you just incorporate it into your soil later on. You can also use weed barrier, which is a more permanent solution, which you may not be looking for, but it's great for ornamental plantings or landscape plantings. And then, of course, there's always mechanical removal by pulling them or using a hoe to weed them out. It's not glamorous, but it's the most effective way to control weeds, and it's a great job for your kids because it's really not very much fun. And so, in conclusion, controlling your weeds is critical for having a good garden. You need to be able to have enough room, enough fertilizer, and enough space for your plants to grow healthy without them having to compete against weeds as well. There's lots of options out there. Bottom line is, choose 1 or 2 of them and stick to it. Keeping the weeds out of your garden is critical. That's it for this episode. We'll see you next time when we talk more about gardening solutions with CowPots.